I see my beautiful. Now, if you're wondering who has that lustrous voice, it's not only than your beauty queen here, Rukky Erifeta. It's like you were foreseeing the.
You've caught me.
No, it's like you were seeing the future when you sang that song.
Yes.
Because that's you, right?
That is me.
It's not AI, it's you.
No, it's me.
Yeah.
It's not AI.
Life and direct. That is you. So what happened? Are you sure you didn't see the future? Oh, it was like a plan all along.
You know, it's in you. Okay. These things are in you. They just choose when to come out.
Oh God! Oh no!
It's in me.
Okay, all right. That's one because I mentioned earlier, just in case you were like, probably she's just reading a bio. She's saying she does poetry. No. It's not just a bio. She actually does that. She sings, and I'm sure you enjoy that. That's nice.
Yeah.
Who taught you how to sing?
I would say my mom. My mom is a singer.
Oh, wow.
She's been choir mistress. She's been singing since I was born. She probably was singing when I was still in the belly.
Yeah.
She's a singer and she's practiced songs with me, made me sing in front of the church choirs. I joined like children's church when I was like 4. Started leading children's church, but yeah, I would say my mom.
So it seems like you've been speaking out, even not just by words or even by this beauty pageant, but even by your music. Because I think the other time when you were explaining why you sang that song, I See My Beauty. Remind us again why you sang that song.
I had sang that song because I believe the beauty industry has unfortunately been built on patriarchal, misogynistic beauty standards for women. You're not allowed to have hair on your body. You're not allowed to be a certain size. You're not allowed to look a certain way. And then for black women, your skin color is not enough. Your hair is not enough. And just recognizing that beauty comes in all forms, shapes, and sizes. And you just need to see your beauty and know what nobody else says. What anybody else says doesn't matter. Once you see your beauty, that's more than enough. I do believe God made us uniquely beautiful in our own way, and there's a beauty to see in everybody. So that's why I wrote that song.
Okay, wonderful. Again, she's Miss International Canada National Finalist, and I like the fact that you mentioned beauty, and your life experiences has defined you, like things that you've known and what you said that let nobody define your beauty. Now, being in the beauty pageant, many people immediately think of appearance. Has your experience changed your understanding of what these platforms represent today, what beauty pageants represent today?
Yes, I believe beauty pageants have gone from just a showcasing of young girls on the stage to more of an empowerment of women to come how they are and own their beauty, take authority in their beauty. Is more empowering than it used to be. It's more, and it's not just about beauty anymore. It's about intelligence. It's about empowerment. It's about community service. It's about what does the crown mean to you? What does power mean to you? Power has been abused and misused. That's why we have the world that we have today. But power needs to be reconstructed into service, and I believe that's what the crown is about today. Beyond beauty, beyond the glam, beyond the fashion, you do have to have a platform that stands for something, stands for us as a humanity.
Yeah. And talking about that power that has been misused, and this opportunity that you are having right now, if given a national platform, what issue or cause would you like to champion if given that opportunity?
I've always put at the forefront equity and diversity, although I believe as Miss International Canada, community services is most likely going to be the top on my radars, visiting food banks, giving out food, ensuring my time is being devoted to different communities across Canada, spending Saturdays with small children, reading books to them, another day with food banks, another day giving out clothes. I really do want to make community service the top front of my platform. Although outside that, if given the opportunity to speak and be in rooms with people that can change policies, it would definitely be advocacy for more equity and diversity in this country. Yeah.
And talking about helping community, you also had a position where you were able to help Nigerian students. I remember in the previous conversation, you talked about some of the things that they face right here in Canada. Not even Nigerian students, I think students here in Regina. What was your experience with that?
I believe as a student, as a college student, you're not only dealing with grades like minor students in kindergarten or middle school, you're dealing with grades and just the academic hustle, but you're also dealing with the hustle of everyday life. You're working jobs just like everybody else. You're having to earn money and pay rent and get food, and we all know the cost of living is rising daily. Inflation is not playing with any of us, so we have to deal with those forces that everybody's fighting with, trying to afford our everyday life and still have to go to class and try to pass and get good grades. So it's definitely not the easiest thing, and I'm really hoping that yes, cost of living reduces, but also educational systems try to make those spaces more bearable for students. All they want to do is be able to all they want to do is be able to be part of the community, contribute something to the community, either as doctors, as business people, as singers, vocationalists. They all want to contribute something to the community, and I think just helping them get to that point where they can be effectively contributing to the community is important for all of us. That's what actually builds a better Saskatchewan, a better Canada. So making those systems bearable for people to contribute back is very important.
Yeah, you're doing a lot for the community and about self-worth and confidence to that person.
You can. Honestly, my mom always says the person doing it doesn't have two heads. They don't have two heads. They're not monsters. They're not angels or something. They're just like you, and if they're doing it, so can you. Everything you need is within you. Build on it. Confidence is not magic. You just have to keep believing in yourself, keep putting in the work. You're enough for you to put in the work. You're enough for you to commit. You're enough for you to be disciplined. Keep building yourself, and whatever it is that you want to go for, you definitely go for it.
And Rukky is going for it. And there are lots of people who have also helped you out here. I see not only can you vote, because you have to vote for her. Don't forget, it's a voting pageant. You have to vote. Go to her page, MSYANGH, and vote for her. But there's also a sponsorship part there.
Yes, because pageants are an expensive business, but it just makes you see the worth of the crown more. It does come with a financial load that I am so grateful to every single sponsor that I have had. If you do want to sponsor, you can definitely reach out to me in emails or again through my Instagram. But I just want to take out the time to recognize the sponsors I've had: Dami5 in photography and videography, Lucky Hair and Beauty Studios with hair, Volva with my hairpiece that I will be wearing on stage, and just every other sponsor that I have now or incoming. Mr. Bachaiki, financial or in cash or in kind. I'm really grateful. Your support is really making this happen. It's not just my confidence or anything. I'm really walking on the backs of, I'm being carried by community right now, and I do not take that for granted. Thank you so much. Even you, thank you for having me today. Rita.
And even Danny, who is holding the camera.
Yes, shout out Danny. Thank you.
You wanted to no, you can't forget her.
I can't forget Danny.
Yeah, she's holding the camera right now, giving all the support, both physically,
behind the scenes, and behind the scenes.
Yeah.
She's been a huge support.
All right, thank you so much, Danny. And if you want to support either by sponsorship or by voting for her, go to her page, MSYANGAH. And while I was looking at beauty pageants, I saw something really special there. And talking about it, because I mentioned Venezuelan earthquake. Now, did you know that Venezuela holds the record for the most total wins across the big four international beauty pageants? That's Miss Universe, Miss World, Miss International, and Miss Earth, boasting 24 total crowns.
Wow. Yeah. Venezuela, Canada is coming for your crown. But congratulations.
Yeah.
Hold it for now.
You see, talking about confidence, I love that confidence. So yeah, we are keeping our fingers crossed. Vote for your girl, support your own. She's representing Regina, Saskatchewan, and we have to pull through for that. So support your own for the Miss International Canada National Finalist. Once again, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And then once again, the day for this pageant is
July 15th to 19th.
July 15th to 19th. Okay, so I wish you all the best. Break a leg, as they would say.
Hopefully not, but thank you. Thank you.
So break a leg in the theater world is more like success. You're not breaking it. You're gonna walk head high with your crown, and then you're gonna clinch this.
Yes.
And
then to Regina with that crown.
Yeah, and then from there, where do you hope to go to?
Japan. The winner of Miss International Canada goes on to represent Canada in Japan. So hopefully we can come back with that crown as well.
So, okay. Yeah, and then from that to what again?
Honestly, we'll just have to see.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Go to her page at Bisiaga and find out all about that. Once again, congratulations. And just like Rukky said, I mean, she said a whole lot. You know, you can do it because Rukky is breaking the boundaries with community service and education enthusiasts. Modeling and now going to beauty pageantry. It's a whole lot of work, so keep up the good work. All right, now because of all this, while we're enjoying all of this, remember to keep a date. 15 to 19 is a beauty pageant. Remember to vote. You can also sponsor if you like what you've been hearing since. It's your own. It's Regina, Saskatchewan. Like, forget the name, it's Regina, Saskatchewan there. So support community, support your own for this beauty pageant. And of course, we're showing all the love. I played you Chike before. Chike said, pity my soul, but this one is a love, a bugomo. That's the love has given. I'm sure that the love that she will feel from Regina, Saskatchewan will be so much. It will be so much for her in both sponsorship and a vote. You know, from the Queen herself, and that is 2026 Miss International Canada National Finalist. Please emphasis and respect to national finalists. They're just 12 there. I went through the names there. And that is, her name is Oghenerukewe, generally referred to as Rukky. She's an education enthusiast reflected in her double diploma and bachelor certifications in both the sciences and the arts. She's a passionate community organizer. She uses her voice to speak for what is right and against what is wrong. That's what she believes in when you get the chance. So whenever she gets the chance, she believes to use her voice to speak for what is right and against what is wrong. She loves to sing, love poetry, and of course, dress up. Beauty and glam are another of her numerous artistic expressions. She may be a girl of multiple talents and passions, but it is all because she truly believes you can be whatever you want if you put all of your heart and mind to it. You know, Rukky, looking at you, because this is not the first time you've been on the show. it's not the first time, and it's so nice because when I brought you in, I think early last year, it was just Rukky Erifeta. But now I'm like, bring it Miss International Canada National Finalist. How does it feel?
Honestly, I think it's the same me. It's the same me with a new opportunity, with a new pageant. You know, the opportunity never starts when the opportunity comes.
Yeah.
It starts with the preparation you've been doing over the years. And then once the opportunity comes, you just have to jump on it with all the experience, you know, all the work you've put in, all the responsibility. People already know you for the work you've been doing. So I think it's the same me. New platform.
Okay, but I'm seeing a crown on your head already. So it's a different you, trust me. It's same you, but you know, more embellished. You know that feeling, right?
Gross.
Okay, yeah, gross. Exactly, girl. Okay, so what happened? How did you get into this journey of this pageantry?
I've always wanted to be a pageant girl. I remembered wearing my mom's high heels since I was 6 years old. My mom is not a heels person, but my dad always gets it for her. And then, of course, I would have to slip into the shoes. And I love slipping into the shoes and just walking around the house with it. But coming from a more education academic focused background, my mom is a professor, my dad has a double master's. Education has always been their top priority. I just completed my third degree, 2 diplomas, first bachelor.
She loves her books also.
I mean, genetics. I just finished that at the U of R, and I was like, it is about time to step into this passion that I've always had. I've put it on the back burner for a few years. I put my time into volunteering, into organizing, into advocacy, into education. And I just recognized that this was the next step for me.
And this journey has begun since when now?
It started when I registered earlier this year, I believe February, and then they do interviews for all the candidates. It's an entire process for us.
How was that journey, like the interviews and all of that?
It was nerve-wracking, but I just had to believe that this was for me, you know, regardless of the nerves, regardless of the fear. I don't think confidence is the absence of fear. I think it's doing it despite the fears, doing it despite the nerves. So pretending.
Take it to me.
Honestly, you know, crossing my legs in those interviews, keeping my poise, keeping my demeanor, not letting them see me sweat, keeping my smile, not breaking a sweat, and that has brought me here.
Okay, you know, it's one thing. It's one thing for you to like modeling, pageantry, looking at your journey of how your mom used to wear heels, and then you two stepped into fill her shoes. But it's another thing to register for Miss International Canada. Why did you say, you know what, I want to be there?
I think the first thing is I've always been a very audacious person. I've never believed that there's any room, any spot, any opportunity that I'm less than. I do believe in preparation. I do believe in giving your all to it. But I've never seen something and said, no, Rukky, this is less than you. You don't deserve this. I've always gone for what I want, honestly. And I think this is the thing that gave me the most confidence going into registering for the pageants and just the entire process is I know that my heart is in the right place. I know my values is in the right place. I know my platform is in the right place. I know this is beyond me. I know if I get into that crown, if I get into those spaces, I'll be speaking up for people beyond me. It's not just about me. So I'm going in with the confidence of like my entire community, with the confidence of my values, with the confidence of my purpose. So that definitely is more altruistic. That definitely gives me more confidence to go for things like this.
Okay, let's go deeper. What are your values?
I believe in equity, diversity. The same way I believe there is no room that I don't deserve to be in, I believe there's no room nobody doesn't deserve to be in. I believe nobody should be excluded from any table, nobody should be excluded from any room, regardless of your race, your culture, your size, your skin color, your hair features. If you believe it's for you and it's something that you want, you should be allowed into that space. I know the world is separated by different isms, hierarchies, sexism, racism, but at the end of the day, my value is nobody should be excluded from any table, and I've always used my voice to speak up for that. And I just hope people see me, a Black immigrant Nigerian woman in Canada, going for things like this. It just inspires them that they can do it too. They might not want to do pageantry, but whatever it is that they do want to do, they should go for it.
What does it mean for you representing Regina, Saskatchewan? Because I looked at all the names that
You're the only one.
You're the only one. I'm saying,
Yes.
what's going on here? You're the only one from Regina, Saskatchewan.
Oh my god, I love Regina. I don't think Regina is that small. I guess compared to other provinces in Canada, it is a little smaller. But we have such a vibrant, supportive community that shows up for each other, goes to food banks, donates food. Even in Canada, you go to Victoria Square, and you just see multitudes of people there. Everybody's smiling, everybody's welcoming. For me, it's just bringing that value of community and welcoming, and a welcoming spirit to a bigger scene, to the bigger scene. The bigger promises are good and all, but I want to bring the Regina spirit, show them what we're really made of.
Exactly. You know what we're talking about when people are not from Saskatchewan. First of all, to even call Saskatchewan is a problem, and we need Saskatchewan and Regina, out there. We need people to see that. And I think that's also what you're doing there. Because I look at the names there. You can go to the website, even on your Instagram page. That's Miss Yanga or Rukky?
Yes.
Which one is Miss Yanga, right?
Miss Yanga, yes.
Miss Yanga, MSYANGAH. You can go to a page right now, and you can go to the bio page. You see the link of the other people there, and look at her. Like, she's the only one from Regina, Saskatchewan. I've seen Toronto, Ontario, lots of people there. But you are the only Black Nigerian there. So that speaks a lot for you. What impact do you want to make with this?
I came to Canada 7 years ago, and since then I've learned a lot about the history of Canada, colonization, reconciliation, etc. I believe a lot of people have fought and have put in a lot of work to build the Canada that we're living in today, where people can afford food. I do think there's always progress to be made, and I just hope my voice I can work on what has already been done with this platform and make Canada a more equitable, a more beautiful, a more prosperous, country. This is our home at the end of the day, and we all want it to be beautiful for all of us. So hopefully with this crown, Miss International Canada, I can just spread what they've already been spreading, the beauty of multiculturalism, the beauty of diversity, the beauty of reconciliation. So that's basically what it is for me. Working on the values that has already been worked on, but just pushing it a little bit further.
Okay, a little bit further. She's breaking all the tables there.
Yes, I'm so sad. That is what will be happening. Equity needs to come into these rooms. Diversity needs to come into these rooms. Justice needs to come into these rooms.
Yeah, and you're going to do that. Okay, let's we've talked about the personal journey, like why you went there, why you went into all of this, your own personal journey. You're an education enthusiast, but at the same time, you have your love for beauty and passion. I've seen you do modeling, pageantry, all of that. And then it's wrapping up into this. So it's so nice to see you there. But, take us through the process, because they say that beauty is hard work. You talked about the interviews, but I saw a video of you where you had to walk on. I don't think I can do those 6. So
it's 6-inch. I'm wearing it right now.
Oh God. So what is the process? Because I know it's hard work. Because people see only just the beauty, but they don't see the hard work behind that. Take us through that process.
I believe in healthy hard work. I don't believe in unhealthy hard work.
I love that.
I think when you really want something, regardless of what it is, the work feels good when you put it into it. Nobody's saying don't sleep. Nobody's saying don't eat. Actually eat. Like, it is very necessary coming into beauty spaces to reinforce the fact that we need to completely demolish all unhealthy beauty standards that encourage sensor eating disorders, etc. We don't want to participate in those kind of things. But for me, I do want to be able to sharpen my skills. Confidence is built on practice. I don't want to walk on that runway and feel any less. For me not to feel any less, I need to be confident in my skills. I need to be confident in my walk, in my smile, in my poise. So it's practice. Those heels stay on as much as I can. I just want to know that I gave them my best. If I really want an opportunity, then it's just worth my best. Discipline is necessary. Hard work is necessary. I do need to pay the price. I'm not better than any of those girls climbing that stage, and sitting down and doing nothing is entitlement. So I don't believe in that. I will put in the work as much as I can to ensure that I'm deserving of that crown. So yes, eating very healthy fruits, vegetables, a little bit of carbs. Glucose is very necessary. Eating healthy, putting in the work, practicing. I have my pageant quotes. I love you, Auntie Inen. Thank you so much. And just continuously reminding the community that this is happening. Because at the end of the day, you can do all this work, but people don't know about it, then that's on you. So continuously reinforcing to the community around me that I'm going for this. I really need your support, and ensuring that I'm still doing the work behind the scenes.
Was there any time when you felt like drawn back, like, should I still continue doing this? There were times like that.
There are times like that.
So how do you push through?
I pray.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah, I pray, and I just rely on my community. I think most times I do seize, but I can't lie. Sometimes I don't seize, and they have to mirror that confidence back to me and be like, Rukky, you know who you are. Remember the daughter of who you are. Remember where you're coming from. You're the child of God, but you're also a child of Erifeta. Period.
Like, please, are you taking note of that?
Like, this small city, Regina, Saskatchewan, has produced a lot of good people, a lot of good things, and you're just one of those people. Like, you have nothing to be shy, nothing to be scared of, and just having them reinforce those things that I already know is very necessary in those times, because I don't do it all the time, honestly.
Oh, I love the honesty in that, and I like the fact that you just mentioned you say Oghenerukewe. You go Rukky, you say Oghenerukewe. Like, I'm going back. Like, let me go back to my roots and call myself out.
No, you have to know who you are. People will. You don't expect anybody to know who you are more than you at the end of the day. So I know who I am. Oghenerukewe Erifeta from Delta State and Edo State, Nigeria, and Saskatchewan, Canada.
Okay, all right. Now, Miss International Canada is happening what day?
It's happening from the 15th of July to the 19th of July. So I'll be leaving Regina for Toronto on the 15th, and we'll see where we go from there.
Okay. And then if people want you, because they have to vote you in,
yes,
right?
Yes, they do have to vote.
Okay, so what is the process like?
There's a link to vote on my Instagram bio as well as on the Miss International Canada page. The link is just tagged on the bio, and once you go to my page at ms.yangah, Miss Yanga, the link is tagged there, and then the steps to vote are there. The vote starts from, I believe, it's $1 per vote, and then it goes on to however you feel the need to support.
Okay, $1 per vote. We can do this, Regina. She's the only one representing Regina, Saskatchewan for Miss International Canada. She is part of the national finalists. You can go to her page, ms.yangah, and support your own girl. Support her. She's supporting, she's representing Regina, Saskatchewan in all of this. We're not leaving you yet. You take a breather, because this 6 inches is not easy. I can't walk on that. I don't know how you do it, but you do it, and you do it beautifully.
Thank
and
you.
she's not only being a beauty partner, she's been doing a lot of community work here. So it's not like you just woke up one morning and did that. You've been working in this community. What are some of the things that you've been doing in this community?
A lot of volunteering with the Black in Saskatchewan group, the University of Regina Student Union, Summer Bash, the ambassador program at the University of Regina. That was my first volunteer group. They taught me so much. I always recommend the ambassador program at the U of R to anybody. And now I'm working with the Canadian Federation of Students as a regional lead, a community organizer.
Okay. And what's one of the things that you've learned in your volunteerism in Canada here? Because you came here very young.
Yes. I think until everybody's safe, nobody's safe. So at the end of the day, we're all interconnected. If somebody somewhere is not eating, you're close to being next. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. So you've heard from her, Miss International Canada National Finalist. Go to her page, MSYANGAH. Vote for you, girl. Rukky. Rukky Erifeta. She's not.
I see my